Welcome to episode 2 of Alex's Alien Awakenings somewhere on Spaceship Earth, as Hamish Patterson High Frequency Tribe said. So the topic, coexistence, has been my main theme lately as an artist, but actually, no, I've discovered actually, I think in the last year, that I love the idea of coexistence because we are all the human condition, the human force, humans, everyone, we're all at odds with each other in some weird, mysterious way. I actually kind of imagine that I like to think there's two kinds of alien forces. There's the aliens that, pull you away from your center gravity and your center spirit and take you into some weird dark place. But then there's also the aliens that are like kind of like a spiritual force of enlightenment that, telepathically communicate your thoughts with other beings and lead you to other beings of coexistence. I just used the same word again. I actually, if you're wondering why I'm talking kind of slow, I'm kind of falling asleep and I just had a few margaritas. I performed at Cowgirl Seahorse in, I think it's Queens, New York. It's next to the Brooklyn Bridge. But anyways, I played my song there. I just dropped a song. It's called "We Live in a UFO," and it's a really, see, the thing is, I think like we're all terrified to a deep fault. I want to say like fault because then I'm shaming people, and we don't like shame in this world. We don't want that. I'm not about that. But we are we're terrified of our own imaginations. I know I am. I I know we all are. That kind of makes me kind of terrified so sometimes, because it's like, what if I'm the only one who realizes that we're terrified of our imaginations, and because of that, I I'm an alien. I'm a total loner in the circle right here. I actually I wrote a song called Nobody Forever that I'm gonna put out later. It's kind of about what I just said. I would love to. I'd love to get my friend my friend John right here to come join me in this, because this isn't just about me, even though it's my podcast.
That's true. Just to circle back a little bit, I was going to ask this question right here. Why do you focus on coexistence? What started you on this path? And what is the goal?
So, really sounds so cheesy to say, but like at the end of the day, it's really coexistence. The goal is for literally everybody I love and care about to, have a fulfilling and like meaningful um I think like at the end of the day, like, how the question is, how can we learn to, how do we all get along with each other on this planet? It seems like such a, I don't know, silly boring question to ask, but I'm really serious about it. It's kind of sad that we aren't that way.
And how, in your opinion, can humanity learn to coexist and live with one another?
I think that humanity can learn to coexist and live with one another by realizing it's so much easier said than done, but like realizing that we all, have the best intentions, and our efforts are to, however we see, some may see the solution to the problem in a different way, but at the end of the day, I think I'm writing a song. I think that's okay. What do you think of that rhyme?
Good thing we're recording this. We won't forget that one. By the way, do you want to address your stream on TikTok? I think you might be getting some hits over there.
Hey, thank you, all my followers here. Thank you for attending my podcast, Alex's Alien Awakenings. Glad you're here.
Feel free to hit up the YouTube live stream.
It's on YouTube too.
So, I'm gonna come up with a good prompt. That being said, how about you fill us in about how your day was today?
So today I'm getting ready for a gig tomorrow at playing at Sugar Mouse at 7 p.m. in New York City, and it's gonna be like a 30-minute set of, I'm gonna play piano and sing. So I've been working on some tunes today. That's pretty much it, actually. Also, listening to my song, We Live in a UFO, a little bit too much. Sometimes I go on my own ego trips. We all do, but I don't know. Maybe I do it more than others. Who knows? And I just something sounds good to me, and I just keep listening. I keep indulging in it. I don't know. I guess we all gotta celebrate at the end of the day. And where's I going with this?
It's just about your day.
Yeah, I just kind of I just listened to music all day today and practiced music. I took a walk outside. In case you're wondering, I'm actually, I don't know why, I'm very if I take this off, well, actually now I'll probably be okay, but 5 minutes ago I would have been cold not wearing this coyote fur. I think I think it's so fascinating how we all behave and interact with each other. Psychology of humans, why and how we do and say the things we do. What is the very specific reasoning behind it? I find it so interesting. I'm just thinking about all this shit right now. I think I honestly feel like I interact as my own. I honestly don't think I really am in the same wavelength of humans. So I like to think that I can create a world of aliens with my imagination, somehow find something from it. And I think the irony of it is like, we are all aliens, you know, and we think we're abducting people, but then the aliens they're aliens out there, and they're doing the same to us. I think actually now I'm gonna go back to how we can learn to coexist with each other. When I wrote the song "We Live in a UFO," I was kind of thinking about how we how has your mommy ever said to you when you're a little boy or girl, like, don't worry about that insect, it's just as afraid of you as you are as it. And the same with animals, feral lions or whatever, you know, don't react. Don't just let it be, as Paul McCartney.
It's interesting you say that. I recently, they most likely can't hear me, so I'd like you to reiterate what I said. There's a story I heard about a monk who lived in Greece, and he said he told a story about a man who was cursing him out and screaming at him, and the monk did not reply and just sat there and basically took the insults and just went about his day. The man then cooled down and asked the monk, why, when I was so angry with you and I was screaming at you, did you not reply? And the way he responded, he said, if a man gives you a gift and you refuse, who does the gift belong to? Let's see if you
Ah.
Now, who does it belong to, though?
Wow, so it's like when somebody's angry at you, they're like, what the fuck? They're like screaming at you. That is actually,
and the thing is,
it's like a gift, as fucked up as it is.
But the thing is, if someone is angry and screaming at you and you refuse the gift stays with them and the anger stays with them and not with you. Just like, let it be.
Yeah. Oh, it's like when somebody, tells you to piss off or whatever, it's actually, it is kind of a gift, as sucky and shitty as it is, because I think somebody tells you, well, it's like a life lesson. Well, how are you gonna take it? Like, how are you gonna make this better?
Are you gonna take it, or are you gonna leave it to where it is?
And maybe if you leave it where it is, it diffuses, and then it doesn't. That's why we have wars. We gang up on it. It's like problems. Let's fight each other. What does that even do?
That's the question that everyone always asks. But also to circle back, and repeat some of this if some of the people can't hear us, because we do have quite a few listeners right now. The gift isn't always negativity. Sometimes it's positivity, and sometimes people don't always know how to accept a gift of positivity.
Oh, I think positivity. He said it. We don't know how to accept it all the time. I don't even know if I do, to be honest. I feel like I'm very aware of my ego, and it kind of feels a little bit, it's like, oh, do I deserve this? Like, why me? Why am I getting all this? Maybe I just need to take it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think you just gotta take it.
Or you leave it.
Take it, or, yeah.
You leave it and move on and let it be.
When you take it or leave it, when you take it, you don't cling to it and grip onto it. When you leave it, you don't push it. So I think it might be the force that divides us.
And the force is from Star Wars, and Star Wars has aliens. Wonderful. So what else? I'm gonna come
So because we were talking about coexistence, so I want to talk about my song. I released a single last year called Entity, and it's just like when I wrote the song, I was I had a family friend who was kind of like we kind of have bickered and stuff with each other because he has his own idea of like my success and creativity and tells me it's not gonna get me to where I want to be. And I'm not gonna lie, I do have some resentment towards this person for that, which I'm working on. But he so I when I wrote this song, I was kind of like thinking about well, I was thinking about how I'm just gonna go wherever the fuck I want with my wild, bizarre, rampant, and unconventional imagination. Because why shouldn't we? And I think that's how we can make the world a better place and coexist. I think we can allow each other and inspire each other to be as weird and I'm trying to think of the words. We need to be as weird and enthusiastic as we want, as we really want for with our own imaginations. We need to really do it for ourselves.
I got a deep one for you if you're willing.
Mm-hmm. We live in um such an interesting world because people actually need shit and they need to get it, and it's unfair. The world's unfair, but it sucks.
Sometimes, it's a tough one. You know what I mean? It's a tough one to think about.
I think we just need to. Yeah, no, I'm glad. I'm really glad. I know what I want to say. I'm trying to think of how to say it. I think we need to. We we're all trying. We're trying to make it better. We're trying to, you know, help for the greater good. And if we can really, really embrace that, embody that, and feel that, I think that's the root to everything. Everything in the world. It's actually beyond politics.
Well, sometimes it could also just go as far as to just the simple, basic needs of one group compared to another. Um, I once read a book called Nicomachean Ethics by Aristotle. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you've read of it before, but
I want to
essentially,
read it. I'm very curious.
honestly, this is a big segment. I was going to suggest you find some books and then read it and then talk about it on this podcast. But that being said, Nicomachean Ethics is a very big book on the ethics and the actions of human behavior, and one of them is about conflict between different groups of people or just individuals as it is. Sometimes, as nice as coexistence can be, there is conflict due to necessity rather than just sheer greed, you know? Um, and for instance, let's say there's a river and one group of people have it and the other people need it, but they're not friendly with each other.
Uh,
Conflict ensues. However, we can always be wishful hopers and hopefully one day find a way where the needs can be all appeased and understood. You know,
I think
it would be beautiful.
that would be like You kind of just reminded me of this like song, this like lyric that's like coming to my mind. I don't even know what the thing is, but it's like some catchy chorus of a song like everybody wants to get their like prize or whatever. There's a lyric, something like everybody wants to, I want to say hot fudge sundae, something more um meaningful than that, I think. Everybody everybody just like wants to, they just want to feel loved or what? What do you think? Can't even find the words.
I mean, that's makes sense. You know, it's the human condition always seeks to prosper and to feel a sense of peace. You know,
Yeah.
and to my knowledge nowadays, and I don't know if the chat can hear me, but I've learned that most people who view the internet, depending on where they live in the world, whether that be rural, you know, third world countries or big time city life people, they all want at least the very basic, simple necessities and luxuries in life. You know, access to community, access to clean, safe water, food, you know, stuff that'll sustain people in a healthy way, but stuff that'll also entertain and make life worth living in that sense. You see a lot of this in my experience, rural parts of Greece,
Mm.
small villages, where people become disillusioned because they don't have that massive sense of community like the big cities do. So they're urged to move out of their small villages go into the big cities where they then have more entertainment options, more opportunities to grow not only as in terms of success but also as a person. And then, like I said, they seek the simple necessities or the simple luxuries of life. You know,
Huh.
whereas before the internet existed, these simple luxuries were not even in the thought of these people. They were living the farm life in the middle of nowhere, but that's all they knew and that's all they could really aspire to be, and that's what they would do. Whereas now they see what's out there in the world, and now they see what they can or cannot become.
Huh.
And that, you see what I mean? Like, it's a very
It,
interesting mindset to look at because, you know, society before social media, before everybody could see
hey,
everything.
now it's unfortunately like instant gratification.
And you want to know, it's also it's a good thing but a bad thing too because now you have small villages, small areas of long history that are being destroyed because no one wants to live in them anymore because they're secluded.
Yeah.
So that was my little take right there. But
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, instant gratification. That's what it is. That was my day today. A lot actually. It just like it. I feel so funny saying this, but I really love my song. We live in EFL. Um, how do we? I guess how do we motivate ourselves to work for the things that we love and care about, the things that are gonna actually nurture ourselves, so that we can nurture others?
do you have an answer to that?
Um, actually, you just kind of ignited my answer. I
Interesting. Reiterate it because they can't hear me. They can hear you though.
I think it. I think actually the answer to the question that I had just asked myself is I think it might be willpower because I mean everybody. I mean, who doesn't want to just sit on their couch all day and eat like potato chips? I
We
mean,
have a bit of an issue with the stream. We're having some technical difficulties.
hmm.
talking. I'll situate this in a minute. Just froze. So, now's actually a good time to take a break. So, I would say we're gonna take a break
We're gonna take a 5-minute breather right now.
for technical difficulties.
I'll be right back. Oh, cool.
Yeah, the camera is just locked on something for weirs, but we may as well do the audio until I fix this.
Yeah, we got like a whole year, or however long we want to do this for.
1 second. All right, here we go. We're up and running again. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We just got that resolved. Don't know what that was about. So, let's continue with the prompt.
So we are talking about human conflict being the detriment to coexistence, and I'm gonna actually take that, make that even more specific, and to zero it in even more. I would say that it is reaction time specifically, and the and it's when we react too quickly. That's when we become at odds with each other, and that is when we fail to realize and understand that we all deeply care and we're all trying.
So, that being said, to know thy enemy, which means coexistence enemy is human conflict, what are your thoughts on the differences people may have? What are things that you think should be solved simply, and what do you think are the hard things to really solve that you hope to be solved at some point in the future?
Hmm. I I would really love to.
It's a tough one, right?
This question just got my ears turning.
That's a good thing.
I bear with me for 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
5 minutes. All right, so let's maybe take baby steps then. So, the fact that there is an enemy to coexistence, do you think it is something that is fought aggressively or something that is fought calmly? Meaning, do you think what do you think is the best way
Wait, so you just said fought?
to
Like,
fight
is
it?
fighting? Can fighting be
Meaning,
calm?
well, the fight doesn't
Like, can you
necessarily.
get like a sword fight and be like?
Well, once again, the fight doesn't necessarily have to be a physical altercation. It could be protest. You know, when you protest something, you are actively fighting for something, even when
Yeah,
you're not physically hurting anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
could
yeah.
it be something where could coexistence happen from peaceful means, or does it happen after conflicts of a violent nature?
Hmm.
And how? And I'm assuming yours would be keep everything super peaceful to the point where there is no violence, because the world should learn to live amongst itself. I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, I think you said it that the world should learn to live amongst itself,
Mm-hmm.
meaning we. What I'm trying to do 24/7 right now, every day and all days, be able to discover what I need for myself from within, because that somehow is going to translate to other people.
Mm-hmm. As they say, this is another quote that I saw from a monk. Oftentimes, you see these monks in the woods with violent animals, and for instance, bears, wolves, sometimes tigers. But monks live in such a state of peace that the energy that they give off in the universe, the energy they give off in person, is so peaceful that animals do not notice them as a people, but more so as positive spirituality, right? When
Oh, wow,
you
yeah.
live in balance, when you live in such a
Hold on, sorry, is this picking up right here?
Yeah, I can hear you through it.
Okay, cool.
I would get a little bit closer in if you can.
I
Like, yeah, bring the mic closer if you can. Um, that being said, going off of what you said before, peaceful existence is something you strive to have in a way, right?
you actually you actually like nailed my goal that you asked a while ago about what is my goal with coexistence?
And it's
Peaceful, blissful
spiritual, peaceful, blissful
existence. I actually want to create a world where, you know, it feels like every minute of the day, everybody should feel like they're on their couch, like a few margaritas in, even though they're like doing a shit ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
That's draining and exhausting.
But that also means, when you're at peace in life, the stresses of reality doesn't always necessarily hurt, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a very tough thing to think about, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's very smart.
Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts on spirituality and you know?
Spirituality, so that, well, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. What were you gonna?
I was gonna say like spirituality, religion, belief. You know, do you want to get into that?
Yeah, I do actually, because I had a very specific thought about spirituality, I think today or yesterday. And so religion. So I've heard people say like, "Oh, you don't want to talk about religion with people because it's like it's sensitive topic." But like, wait, why is it so sensitive? I mean, why is it such a big deal if, you know, if I want to I don't know, if I wanted to worship Jesus Christ and someone in the next room wanted to worship Buddha, and then someone else in the other room wanted to worship uh Aphrodite. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever. Like
So that being said, okay, so this is a really interesting topic. Do you believe? So this is gonna get deep. I will warn you. So if you don't want to get into this, you let me know.
yeah.
But do you believe that there is coexistence with religious groups that contradict each other actively?
I think you may have just described a cult.
A cult?
Yeah.
Well, there are many. I guess it's a matter of perspective, because everyone sees things from a different perspective. In my view, coexistence is people putting aside certain differences and living on their own in the sense where they have their beliefs but do not enact them against others. If that makes sense?
They had their yeah, it kind of
Because the thing is, coexistence means peacefully living amongst each other, you know. So that means everybody is at least satisfied with what's in front of them and not desiring more or desiring to conquer others, you know.
Oh, yeah, actually I really love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to do really,
Mm-hmm.
cuz
So,
yeah.
I had a better point, but I got a little lost. That being said, I am a little curious. So, why don't you tell the people what are your personal spiritual or religious beliefs that kind of mold, or if they mold into how you come about what you believe in the universe and what you believe as a person, and how do you strive to be a good person?
So I would tell people this is just me.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I did factually get confirmed as a Christian as a kid.
I would lower the mic.
I did factually get confirmed as a Christian as a kid. Everybody tells me I look like Jesus Christ.
You could lower the mic a little bit so I can see your face.
um,
Perfect.
So I did get confirmed as a Christian as a kid, and that's meaningful to me. But for me personally, it's not like the end. It's not like everything to my faith. I think I'm actually like religiously fluid. Maybe I don't even know if that's a thing or whatever, but I kind of sometimes I feel like Buddha. Like I can just, indulge in everything that's right here and right now. That's all.
So, okay. A good quote I once heard was, "You look at the Bible and don't look at and take it at literal value every time you read it, but take it more as a guide through life, but understand how to think for yourself."
Oh yeah, well if you take it by literally, you'll start. I what did they do in the Bible?
Old Testament is some crazy stuff. So, yeah, no, I'm
Bite people's fingers off. I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever heard that one before, but
I don't know.
but it's you should learn. Everyone should learn to think for themselves with the guidance of religion to a certain degree, because if taken too seriously, then that's when conflict really comes out of things. That's where you get certain religious crusades over the history of humanity. Stuff like that has been started over taking things too literally. You know,
Oh yeah.
if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, okay. Let's see what the next topic we could really delve into. Um, Here's a very interesting one. Would you model yourself as like a 60s styles hippie?
It's 60s South hippie, absolutely, 100%. 70s hippie.
Meaning like the during and after the Vietnam War style hippie, like the Forrest Gump style hippies. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're all the same to me.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's all about. I mean, to me, when I think of a hippie, I just I love nature. I love to. What I'm really looking forward to is like when I don't know when this is. It's funny and ironic. I'm saying this right now on a podcast, but I honestly there's a bigger part of me that wants to just unplug all this shit and just like go into a log cabin in the woods, just like make s'mores, you know, find find a love or
Find a love.
find a you know look for some bears, learn how to
Live in peace
learn.
while they live amongst you.
You know what it is? It's actually we want to go back to our origin species, like technology. Technology is like fried my brain today. Whatever. Fuck it. The aliens.
It's the aliens. That's how it goes.
Y'all hear my friend over there?
We're not really getting any comments here, but we'll listen back when the actual recording is up. So, okay. Do you have any sneak peeks of anything coming up that you'd like to share or at least talk about?
So, um, so right now we live in a UFO by me, Alex Bozart, is available on Spotify to stream, Apple Music, iTunes, and you can watch the music video here on my YouTube channel. Also, I'm playing at Sugar Mouse, New York City tomorrow at 7 p.m. And I think so I'm actually releasing another song. The next one I think I'm going to put out is called Whining for Wine. Now, I think I'll put it out on the 18th of February, which is actually National Wine Drink Day. And it's a in a way it's kind of about, I think drinking wine is about coexistence, and I love wine, so wrote the song. Wrote it a long time ago, and I re-recorded it with a kind of a band scene. So I got that, and I'm releasing videos every week on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Stay tuned. I'm just gonna keep throwing shit at you.
Yeah, that's how it is. So, alright, cool.
Thank you for being a part of this.
You want to wrap it up now, or you want to keep going?
I think wrap it up actually.
Yeah, 45 minutes was pretty good. So, alright, make your closing statements.
Thank you all so much for listening to my weird blabber.
Yeah, Alex's Alien Awakenings. Say that.
Oh, Alex's Alien Awakenings. We will be back next week. Stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date.